and welcome to today's episode of the AI for PC podcast, where we delve into the fascinating intersection of artificial intelligence and personal computing. Joining us in the studio is Kyle Hauser, Senior Director, Commercial Channel from Qualcomm, a company at the forefront of innovation in mobile and computing technology. Qualcomm has been a key player in driving the integration of AI into everyday devices, and Kyle's role puts him right at the heart of these advancements. We'll explore the latest developments, what they mean for the PC industry, and how they push in the boundaries of what our devices can do. So, whether you're a tech enthusiast, a developer, or just curious about the future of AI and personal computing, stay tuned. This is going to be a conversation you won't want to miss. Kyle, welcome and thanks for being with us today.
No, thank you, Brandon. It's great to be here. Appreciate the opportunity.
Can you start by giving us your thoughts around the key benefits that AI PC offer over traditional PCs?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the way I think about this, Brandon, is traditionally you've used your PC to do work, right? With the AI PC, you can actually have PC do the work for you in a fraction of the time, right? And I think about some of the key benefits being around things like productivity, right? Task creation and execution, thinking about building entire PowerPoints or presentations just based on using natural language and prompts. I think about, being able to make better decisions in your business where your PC with AI has historical context of you as the user, can help you quickly find files and data sources through using, again, similar common language prompts and deliver unique insights. And then I also think about one of the biggest benefits for any company being security, right? How you can take advantage of the on-device AI capabilities to enhance your security protocols and protect that user data and your corporate data.
Yeah, that's very interesting insight. Fully aligned with you there. Tell me, we hear so much about NPUs, neural processing units. How do they enhance the capabilities of AI PCs? Could you give me specific examples of tasks or applications that are significantly improved by NPUs?
Certainly. I think I get to experience some of these every day. So now they're just normal tasks to me, but I think a lot of them are pretty unique and special, right? So the first I'll say is in my day-to-day is better meetings, right? When you use the NPU, you can improve meeting experiences, not just in one way, such as visual blurring, or another as noise reduction, or any of those taking away from the CPU and GPU performance of the device. You can use them all at once, right? So think about something like Windows Studio Effects, where you leverage the NPU instead of the GPU to run all of those benefits. It helps your battery life. It helps allow the performance of your device for those tests that use CPU to carry on. And so that's one that I see the benefit of every single day. The other is simple things like content creation, whether it's your creatives with image generation or, a salesperson creating a deck for a QBR. Being able to do that on device, leveraging the NPU without having to always be connected or pinging the cloud can provide serious productivity benefits for any salesperson out there. And then the third one I just saw in a demo that we have on our Snapdragon page is one around language translation, right? So people work together from all across the globe, speak different languages. Sometimes that can be a barrier to business productivity or outcomes. And so being able to run locally on device language translation, whether you're having a meeting in person with the device listening or through a platform like this, and being able to translate that on device so that you can speak in your native language, I can speak in mine, just helps us communicate better globally around business, around catching up with family, whatever it may be.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I guess in the future, we'll all be able to be designers that can speak 7 languages and do anything in a matter of seconds, which would have taken a matter of years in the past. So yeah, it truly is revolutionary. What is Qualcomm's vision for integrating AI into personal computing? And how does it align with the company's broader strategic goals?
Yeah, so to think about our vision for this space, I think it's important to take a step back, right, and understand Qualcomm and the journey we've been on. It's been a multi-decade journey in terms of our investment and development of AI solutions across various different types of technology, right? We're an engineering company, and we set out to solve complex, highly impactful customer problems, right? And so if you look at the mobile side, Snapdragon leads the industry with on-device AI capabilities, battery life, and performance, right? If you look at other areas like automotive and IoT, where we're continuing to bring AI capability to the edge in a very efficient way that open up new use cases inside of the vehicles that we drive every day, as an example. And then when you think about compute, this is an industry that we feel is primed for disruption, right? Reason being is it's been a while since this industry has had some excitement on the PC side, right? As one partner put it to me, this is the biggest opportunity with the PC since Wi-Fi, right? And so I think there's an opportunity here to put the PC at the center of our diversification strategy, and bring the best of what we know about the mobile world, about the best of what we know about bringing highly complex, impactful experiences to the end user, wherever they may be, in an automobile, in a factory, or in this case, in front of a laptop, and addressing some of those key pain points that we see customers have with their PCs, such as battery life or performance degradation over time.
Yeah, that's interesting, and I agree with you. I think we're not talking about an evolution this time around on the PC technology. We really are referring to a revolution. Great to see that you're innovating in that area. So, with several competitors also advancing in AI PC technology, how does Qualcomm differentiate its product in the market?
Yeah, no, I think that's a great question, right? You can't open up LinkedIn or any news page right now and not see something about AI, right? It's funny, I was actually on ESPN the other day and saw something around AI, and it took me a minute. They realized they were talking about Allen Iverson, the basketball player, and not artificial intelligence, right? So everybody's hearing about it. I think from us, we know a couple things, and talking with IT decision makers, executives, and partners. We know the biggest challenge with the PC today and the way it's evaluated inside of an organization come down to performance and battery life. And then we also know that every customer is still trying to figure out how they harness the power of AI within their existing IT budgets, right? And so it's not realistic for every customer to go out and build a cloud environment or an on-device data center environment for their own LLMs or language models, right? We know that they have to put some of that workload to the edge. And so when you do that, the way that we design our chips, we design with the end user and the way they work in mind, right? Because we're based on the ARM architecture, we're able to deliver better performance across the CPU, GPU, and NPU at a third of the power of our competitors. So you think about that when you're deploying across thousands of users in an enterprise environment, the impact that can have on, say, a carbon footprint goal that you might have in mind. You think about how that impacts the employee's productivity when they're not tethered to an outlet. And so when you think about just that performance and battery life aspect alone, we're able to deliver twice the performance at far substantially less power. And then on top of that, we have industry-leading AI, where with Snapdragon X Elite, the on-device AI capability, or trillions of operations per second, known as TOPS, is 4.5 times ahead of the competition. And the Snapdragon processor we announced 2 years ago and have been running in devices since is still leading from an AI performance on device capability today than what competition announced this year. So when you think about it in that sense, like that industry leadership of on device AI, the fact that when we deliver those on device AI experiences, we're not compromising performance or battery life on that device, gives us a substantial starting point. Again, that makes this a prime revolution, not an evolution target for us.
So I think that shows that you've definitely been ahead of the game. At the same time, I think this whole concept of AI for PC is in its infancy and is on in the takeoff mode. And looking ahead, how does Qualcomm see the role of AI in PCs evolving? Are there upcoming innovations or technological advancements that we can anticipate?
Certainly. I got to be careful what I say here because I'm starting to see a lot of new and emerging experiences with our ISV community that are taking advantage of the on-device capabilities that Snapdragon X Elite is bringing to the market. Some of the ones that I can share publicly, right? Like folks like DaVinci Resolve, right? From a video editing standpoint, we've already started to see them demonstrate the benefit of rendering and editing videos on device at 5, 7, 10x the speed they're able to on their existing platforms. And then I think we're starting to see more and more use cases come into the fold from developers that want to take advantage of offloading workloads from the CPU and GPU to the NPU, because again, it can extend battery life and performance leadership for their suite of applications. And then the other thing I'll say is that I think what we're going to watch happen in this industry as it moves more and more on device are new developers and ISVs pop up with new solutions that don't exist yet today, or an opportunity for some of the ecosystem partners, say an OS provider like a Microsoft or a Google or someone, start to be able to take advantage of cross-application capabilities leveraging the NPU. And so I think it's going to be an exciting time to watch this industry and see what happens. And I'm looking forward to the day, Brandon, where in a sales role, I never have to create a QBR deck. I'm able to simply reference the data set, reference an output mode, and have those two come together with the help of one device AI.
And no doubt you'll be doing that while sitting at the beach, sipping on a pina colada. Carl, you mentioned that two interesting things. One was around the example of what DaVinci's doing, but you also mentioned ISVs, right? Partner network. What is the opportunity for the reseller channel to partner with Qualcomm?
Yeah. I would say first and foremost, our commercial and enterprise customers need our help, right? There's a lot of noise around AI right now, and they're trying to discern what's real, what's not, how they can best optimize their AI strategy, what should live on the cloud, what should live on device. So I think there's an opportunity for us to come together and help customers solve those problems, whether that's through services-led engagement, some thought leadership based on our experience, research and development we've done at Qualcomm to help you inform your partner strategy. And I think that, where we can bring that together with your capabilities as a reseller partner or an ISV or wherever you might sit in the partner ecosystem, as well as our knowledge and experience with this and how we're thinking about it, we can help customers address a lot of the challenges and questions they have. The second is, as I mentioned, we're not designed on x86, right? There's a ton of benefit to that. Better performance, better battery life, as I mentioned earlier. But there is a services opportunities for our partners as well to help customers bring these devices into their environment, understand how it works within their infrastructure, application, and ecosystem, and then ultimately make that customer more productive when they're able to take advantage of that through a services and led engagement together.
And wrapping up with my last question, how will you be working with TD SYNNEX to address the potential of AI PCs?
Yeah, no, I think if you've been around any of our partner conversations, you know one thing, and TD SYNNEX is a very important global partner for us that we're making a really big bet on with this category, right? We're working closely with TD SYNNEX across our mutual OEM community, across our ISV and ecosystem partners to ensure that we're able to equip you all in the channel with the latest gear, the latest enablement, the latest marketing, the latest story, making sure you're aware of the use cases and experiences that come along with AI PCs, some of which we touched on today. And then also just ensuring that we're thinking about how do we get in front of this together, right? So that we can do some of that heavy lifting for you all in the partner community to make sure that when you need help, TD SYNNEX and Qualcomm already have the solution or can quickly find the solution and services that you might be looking for.
Great, thanks, Kyle. And we're delighted to partner with yourself and Qualcomm as a company to drive the AI PC momentum forward. And that wraps up another episode of the AI PC podcast. A huge thank you to Kyle from Qualcomm for joining us today and sharing such insightful perspectives on how AI continues to revolutionize the personal computing landscape. To our listeners, we hope you found today's discussion as enlightening and exciting as we did. AI is not just changing the technology in our hands, it's transforming the way we interact with our world. It's an incredible time to be part of this journey. For more discussions like this, join us next time. Until then, keep pushing the limits of what's possible and stay curious. Thanks for listening, and goodbye for now.